Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary to myself and Intentional Now listeners. Hoot, 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 hoot. Yay! I was journaling this morning and this thought just kind of caught me wondering, how long have I been faithfully podcasting? How long have I been doing this? Exactly 1 year today. 1 year. I think Holy Spirit is the drop hint culprit here. Yep. He is totally the one said, well, why don't you go look? So let's take a quick walk down memory lane together. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Intentional Now Podcast, an engaging workshop discussion on change, purpose, and redefining what we say yes to. Hello, I am your hostess, Kristen Wambach. I am a spiritual entrepreneur chasing bold dreams, doing the work, asking the questions, and getting life done. Done, the life that we are meant to live. Shall we do this? Hey! Oh my goodness, and here I am. 2 days in a row, bang, bang. Yes, hello. Boy, I have just, well, what can I say? Been busy. Busy. You'll see. You'll see. I am purposed. So I'm going to share with you here today. So before we get into our celebration, I want to be totally upfront with you and say I have a special offer for you. Yes, I am in recruiting mode to invite you as a patron subscriber. Yes, a patron subscriber. So do you want to hear about those goodies now or just in a little bit? I knew you'd say in a little bit. So you've been warned. You have been warned. I am definitely purposing here, okay? And by the way, I hit it out of the park yesterday with yesterday's weekly episode, number 61, A Heart Sees, about transportation in the spirit. Did you get stretched? Oh my goodness, I enjoyed it, and I don't think I fell asleep last night till about 1 in the morning. My brain was just going a mile a minute in a good way. I was so excited. It's like when you release that stuff, when you open up the doors and start a conversation, it just seems like heaven just fills the atmosphere with all these things that heaven wants to share with you. It was pregnant. It was wonderful. And no, I'm not pregnant. No, and I haven't asked. Okay, so let's start with a question. Kristen, how did you get started? Honestly, well, you know what I'm going to say. It was God, the Lord, right? So I had dabbled about, I think I made 4 episodes back in 2018. And what I did is I thought, well, this could just be a unique way to help people follow the blog. So I just used my blog as a format and I published that. So that was my dabble in 2018. Yeah, not too much headway there. So here I am now, 1 year later. I really wasn't very satisfied with my influence level. Yeah. Well, you know this about me. I have big dreams to go a long way and a big set of questions which live in my heart. So they're huge, right? And raise your hand if you're also a big dreamer in the kingdom. Yes, that's why we're here, right? We are big dreamers and our faith is just like grow, 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 grow. We have just totally multiplied that mustard seed. And then again, I have a whole mustard factory. Shall I make you laugh? Good. So actually and authentically transparent, after yesterday, it's kind of like, I could share anything with you, right? I have this heavenly place, yes, in heaven, that I call my financial portfolio room, FPR. It's in heaven, yep. I have been gathering there with Jesus and Melchizedek, 3 to 4 years. I guess you could say it's like a heavenly boardroom, right? So I've met several members of the cloud of witnesses there. Sarah, Abraham's Sarah, yes, several times. Yes. So she gave me a couple years back. She gave me an aquamarine colored ring. And when they give you a ring, so they're sharing with you, that means a sound or a frequency that she's giving in my life. Yeah. I also met Winston Churchill there as well. I have admired him for some time, and I'm glad he is in my cloud of witnesses. And then, it's kind of like, well, so it has this heavenly like monitor, those prophetic screens that drop down. It looks like, a glass whiteboard, right? And Jesus writes on them. I run into them all the time in the kingdom, and it's absolutely very handy. So I call it a heavenly monitor. There's a table just like you, kind of like you're on a submarine ship with this cyber monitors in front of you. It's where I encounter my destiny scroll, and it's like where we roll it out and look at it. I outwork it. It's a strategic and a planning kind of basis. Yeah. So that's what this room is. It's like a heavenly boardroom for me. And one day, while I was in my FBR room, Jesus showed me this small room in the corner. It was a recording studio, and he took me inside, and then he proceeded to ask me to host a podcast. And here we are today, exactly 1 year later. Yes, you'll have to go back and look at my very first episode. Yes. How many times can I start over? Exactly 1 year ago from today, right? Doesn't that sound familiar? Oh, there goes a police car going down the road. So that is where I began. I took a step of faith, and you don't see the whole staircase, right? You just take a step. That's what Martin Luther says. You don't see the whole staircase, but how I kind of started off the podcast was, what happens if you do? And so I shared with everybody that immediately, it's kind of like I can see in the spirit, and I have the ability to see the whole staircase and experience it that way. It's not revealed, but I can see it. And that's how we began, right? It's how we began. And one of the other things that I remembered is after I must have been about halfway into the year, and all of a sudden I'm looking at my stats and stuff and go, what is going on here? It's like there's a couple of hundred people, and they're downloading, every day, and especially France. They're downloading every day, and it's kind of like, but they're not in my most recent episodes. What's going on? It's just like, I don't understand it. And I researched it and tried to figure out, well, where are all those 200 numbers in all of my episodes? And how come I'm just getting like 14 or 15 plays or downloads in my most recent? So, because I was asking the Lord, he showed me. And I discovered, because I opened up absolutely every app that hosted Intentional Now podcast. And I learned that some of the apps have a sorting button. And when you download an app, a podcast app, some of the buttons immediately go from number 1, 2, 3, 4. And so unless you actually push the sort button on your app, you always start at the very beginning. And I kind of went, well, that's 4 years ago. Who wants to listen to a podcast 4 years ago? So what did I do? I went in and I re-recorded the very first session, and I shared with the listeners of that first session, and I encouraged them, would you please hit your sort button and go to the most recent episode? Educating them, right? And that was such a question for me and a mile marker. It was. You have to figure out this stuff. How to do this, right? I know if you've never done it before, you just push the button and you put your headphones on and you listened, right? It's a little bit more involved than that. Okay, so, Jesus asking me to do another project went, oh, yeah, right. Okay, we can do this. So, anyhow, now, before I get my pom-poms out to recruit you as a patron, and let me twist your arm with this Tony Robbins quote. I love this quote. So, some of the people you love the most don't support you. God gave you the vision. They won't see it until you accomplish it. Support yourself. And yes, you know that I'm going to say that again. This has so much to do with the people in our lives that are around us. Some of the people you love the most don't support you. God gave you the vision. See, God gave me the vision to write. God gave me the vision to communicate. God gave me the vision to start a podcast. Why? To communicate. I'm a communicator. So when God placed something in your heart, written on your destiny scroll, sometimes the people closest to you, they just can't see it. They won't see it until you accomplish it. I can hear your wheels thinking. That is why it is so important to support yourself. That is why it is so important to surround yourself with people who can influence what God has placed on the inside of you. And that's a really good word. Now, that was really pinpoint, wasn't it? So we each have the responsibility to support ourselves, encourage ourselves. But we never walk alone. Never, 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 never. And between you and me, I'm going to talk to the ladies here for a minute. And it took me years to give my husband the deliverance from my expectations. I expected him to see what was in my heart. That wasn't so good. Nope. He loves me, and it gives me the freedom to know God freely. But he doesn't see the same things that are in my heart. And so I released him from my expectations. You can thank me for that one. Your husbands can thank me for that one. That one's huge. Huge, huge lesson, right? All right. So the people who support you are the ones that your story touches. They're the ones that come alongside of you. And it touches them to the point that it helps them to believe and to see. So you can feel that they have something to offer you, or sometimes it's a skill, a testimony of faith. Well, grab onto it. Or it's a journey that is so similar to yours. Why reinvent the wheel? Just learn from them, right? Make less mistakes, expedite their journey through their wisdom, insight, and tenacity. Yeah, tell me. I have listened to other podcasters just to help me learn about podcasting. Why should I reinvent the wheel? And I have a lot more to learn, but I'm getting there, right? So this is what I've prepared for you. Ready? Drum roll. I have that drum roll. It's like a butterfly net. I desire to apprehend the most beautiful of creatures inside it. Why? So I can study them, know their habits, and release them, and then provide them with a habitat that they can flourish in. I'll say that again. This is what I've prepared for you. It's like a butterfly net. I desire to apprehend the most beautiful of creatures inside it, so I can study them, know their habitat, their habits, ask them really good questions, release them, and then provide them in their habitat so that they can flourish in it. So my offer to you, very basic. I'm just going to be really open and talk about it here so that you know, right? So my offer for any level of subscription starting at $3 a month. That is seriously. I went and I pushed the little drop down that Patreon provides me, and that's as low as I could go, is $3. Yep. And I just felt from the Lord, he goes, just make it available. So here we are. And why $3? Well, yeah, I'm worth it. Just ask the Lord. Been there, done that. So we get so bombarded with challenges and offers, don't we? Yeah, I know. I am in the motivational communication speaking arena, and I hear them. I learn from them, right? But what would you pay to find an answer? To learn a skill, to get a nugget from heaven that releases a major breakthrough for you? Right? Find hope through relationship, because this person has been there, done that, and still is grateful and still is hooked up and loving Jesus, right? I am encouraging myself here. So today, to celebrate the anniversary of Intentional Now podcast, I'm giving to you, the brand new subscribers, I'm giving you for free. Don't we love that word, free? I don't know if you're like me, but I love the free boxes that people put out at garage sales. I always have a look. You never know, right? It's so much fun. We love free. So I'm giving you a Kindle copy of the unfinished book. And you will have to download that over the weekend because the offer ends via Amazon on Monday. I'm also giving you 2 stationery collections of note cards for you to download and create. A cup of tea, which is absolutely darling. I made that specifically for Intentional Now listeners. And my butterfly note card, Dream Flies. You will absolutely love it. And they both have envelope stickers because I love all that stationery and hospitality stuff. And they totally have instructions, resource links, and I'm giving you an exclusive section of a journaling life, which includes a free download of a day at a glance Evernote template with instructions and videos. Yeah, those are the things I do. I provide resources to help people succeed in life and the marketplace. I've told you about journaling. Now here it is. I am setting it on a platter for you, right? And that is all included also with the benefits of Patreon, which already has 23 exclusive posts already available. Ready, which includes the visual view, the YouTube view of the full episode. So if there is an episode that you just go, oh my gosh, I can just kind of like see your facial expressions, Kristen. There they are live. Now I don't think I'd watch every session that way, but if you are a visual person and it really helps you to hear and to understand, to learn from somebody. When you see their facial expressions and their hands moving, then this is going to totally bless you. I only make it available for subscribers, right? I have 23 of them already visually, and you get my episode notes. Again, those notes to help you when I help you through a tool or something that's restorative. Yes, restorative. When we go into the courts of heaven and we do a court case together, you have the notes. That is already there. So this is a win-win situation. And of course, the journaling part. I told you I'm going to repeat that to you. And what does Evernote say? Get organized, work smarter, remember everything. Does anybody need that? Get organized, work smarter, remember everything. And I totally agree with them. So, what is the bonus worth? Well, about $74.04, and that's what I sell them for. And my book and the journaling course, the journaling exclusive, I think it's priceless. I do. I think it's priceless. So how long do you have? How long do you have to subscribe? 30 days? Yep. I know you can go, oh, well, if I did this. No, 30 days. And you can absolutely cancel after that time at any time. So do I have a measure of investment in you? It goes both ways, doesn't it? So I'm going to ask you, how did I do with my pom-pom and butterfly net? I know. We all get distracted so easily, so now is a really good time. Before the dog needs out, before husband comes home, before you go have dinner tonight, before... Now's a good time. I do have a measure of investment in you. And this is an anniversary celebration. And my goodness, we have accomplished a lot, and we have gone a long way for 1 year. Every week, 1 year. And yes, I have more than 52. I've done more than one in a week. Okay. So, do I have anything else? Do you have to do? I'm trying to answer all those questions that you would think about. Do you have to do anything else to register for the subscription with Patron? Patron takes care of all the financial exchange and your privacy. I don't have access or see any of that. Nope, that's none of my business, right? And that is how they make a profit. They take a small portion of your subscription. And yes, you know what I ask you for? Oh, can you guess what I ask you for? Your email address and name. I know. That is the big thing these days, right? The email address and the name. And yes, when you get over to my website, I voluntarily ask you to take a survey about Intentional Now podcast, which in turn, it serves me to help serve you. And the best part is that you get to read my journey, my book. Yeah, you get to laugh, get to cry, get to be deeply touched. Yes. And I'm going to be sending you more emails. You already get plenty. You might as well get some that help purpose you in your purposes, right? Why? Why today? Why? Because I'm called to help you succeed in life and the marketplace. My mandate is that of communication. Communicate, share, be authentic, transparent, celebrate with you, encourage you in difficult times, and mostly to know Him, Jesus Christ. And for us to know Him also as resurrected and restored individuals. Yep. Remember? Colossians 1:20. Oh, this is my food in this season. He initiated the reconciliation of all things to himself. Through the blood of the cross, God restored the original harmony. His reign of peace now extends to every visible thing on the earth as well as those invisible things which are in the heavenly realms. And not only that, don't you love this part? And not only that, but all the broken and dislocated pieces of the universe, people and things and animals and atoms get properly fixed and fit together in vibrant harmonies, all because of his death. Everything, everything, all, restoration of all things. Wow, that was a couple of big days. Lots of work, wasn't it? Episodes back to back. Yep. Okay, so again, I invite you to join so we can have a wonderful blessing of coming into a closer partnership. And who knows? Yeah, who knows what the Lord has in mind for our future. But I am here and I have been broadcasting for a year just because He asked me for you. For you. I'm going to say bye now. Thanks so much for being here. Bye.